Yes, episode 11. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a full fucking house for you tonight. We have really amazing guests lined up. We have our musical guests from the House of Bars. We have Kryptonite and KD in the motherfucking house. Make some noise for that. Kryptonite and KD are going to be coming out for the mid-time show. We have the very funny Fizaa Dosani coming out later on. Yeah. And, of course, we have Michelle Stevenson. Michelle Stevenson, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so fucking high. All right. And we have our very special guests. These guys, I mean, it's kind of like having Frankenstein and his monster out. That's the best way I can describe it. We have Wahba and Anthony Hopkins coming out right after the monologue here. These guys are freaks. You have no idea what you're in for. Okay, let's get the monologue down. So, my name is Victor Martinez. How's it going, guys? I have a son. He's gonna be 2 coming up here in November. I'm really fucking excited. And he just got done being sick this week. For the second time this year already. Yeah, this little fucker, man. He was coughing and sneezing and shit, and we had to get him out of daycare for a while. But finally we got him back in. It was great. I dropped him off, and he started crying. I felt sad, but then whenever I came to pick him up a couple hours later, he was crying again because he didn't want to leave. And I was real nervous because he doesn't look anything like me. You know, so I was like, you know, with this little white baby, like, I promise he's mine, right, guys? A bunch of fucking room full of strangers. Like, he looks more like some European baby. He's got blonde hair and blue eyes. Nothing like his lesbian Mexican father. And he looks more like one of those royal kids. Speaking of royalty, the royal wedding was this morning at 4 a.m. Really cool, man. The first time I've seen a black princess since that one Disney movie, so that's pretty badass. It was really magical. And you know, some people were making a big deal about it, but honestly, these Brits, they've been inbreeding for like hundreds of years. I'm just happy he's not marrying his cousin. Alright? What are we going? From across the pond, right, Eric?
Yeah.
New York. Their weed laws are getting better, but they're still doing that stop and frisk shit. And a statistic came out saying that if you were Hispanic, you were 5 times more likely to get stopped for marijuana in New York still. And if you're African American, it's 15 times more. I mean, guys, it's so bad in New York. They even, the NYPD even stopped the Statue of Liberty because she's a woman of color. Poor broad. Speaking of liberty and justice, let's see here. Michael Cohen, former New York a lawyer or whatever. He was the lawyer for Trump, right? He got fired, was it, Eric? And it came out recently that he was the one who paid Stormy Daniels himself, right? And this week, we learned that he was being paid off by a bunch of big companies himself. So it's like, you know, he's the one paying off the hookers, but he's the biggest hooker of them all, ironically. And what else with from Cohen to his old boss Trump? Trump met with Bill Gates this week, and the one thing he kept asking him was, what was the difference between HIV and HPV? I was like, why are you asking a computer nerd that? Like, what the fuck? This guy, he knows more about like actual digital viruses, Trump. I don't know what you're trying to get out of him. He's fucking retarded. What else? Illinois voted to have students allow medical marijuana in schools, which is really badass. I'm really happy for those kids. They've already been doing that. So they're just not going to be hiding it now. You know, they already had weed the whole time. And it's going to be a fun new thing. You know, the first day of school, instead of bringing your teacher an apple, you bring them an apple pipe. Ooh. Yeah. And what else is going on? What was the name of that city, Eric?
Carpinteria.
Carpinteria, California, is having they got weed going on down there, and they're really upset because of the smell of weed. Right, it's like upsetting some of the townsfolk. And I'm just saying, man, come to Los Angeles. It smells like fucking brake pads and piss out here. All right, I'd trade that any day. And let's close it off with Jeff Sessions, Public Enemy #1, the asshole of weed. Fucking, he was I guess it was what, the Congress voted against another one of his rules, and This is the second time that they've voted against Sessions, which is kind of like if that was his kid, and he was the father, he'd only get to see him on weekends now. And it's like he's got a fucking restraining order against weed. And I say good for him, man. Stay the fuck away, you little old bastard. Anyways, I think that's about it. What do you say, guys? Let's get this show started. My first two guests, there's nothing I can say. Make some fucking noise. Anthony Hopkins and Ellie Wahba! Yeah. Oh, Jesus. So, you created him.
No, I didn't create Ellie Wahba.
Yes, you did.
No.
Where did you find him?
We were friends. His brother worked at the convenience store in my building I live in. And then he didn't want Ellie in the store. He's like, Anthony, take Ellie upstairs and get him out of the front store. So
you're making him sound like he's a child. Like that's like something like get him out of my store. But like he's a grown ass man when he's saying this shit.
But
right?
They're brothers though, so the clash is there.
And he's just like
he went in the store, so I was like, all right. I took him to Ashley Johnson's apartment. We were neighbors, and we just smoked for like 3 hours straight.
And that's when you met him.
Yeah. And that point I was like, all right, cool, whatever, nigga.
And he hadn't even been doing comedy by then.
No.
You got him into this.
Yeah.
Why'd you do this to us?
Because you guys suck.
Ellie Wahba, introduce yourself to these people.
Let them know.
Ellie Wahba, nigga. Ellie Wahba. Everything you do in life, Ellie Wahba. When you fucking your bitch, Ellie Wahba. When you beat on your bitch, Ellie Wahba. But when the cops come, don't say Ellie Wahba, motherfucker.
What the fuck are you doing? What is that? Why do you do that? What are you?
Because everything you do in life, you gotta be Ellie Wahba bad.
You're just a person. What does that mean?
Jesus was a person.
Ellie Wahba.
Why do you have this persona, Ellie Wahba? Why aren't you just normal? Are you autistic or something?
Nigga, fuck you. Ellie Wahba making way more money than all you niggas in here.
You're Egyptian?
Yes.
And you're allowed to say the N-word like that?
I'm allowed to because I let myself. Fuck that allowing and shit.
I was gonna say
that's
allow is such
bitches.
a horrible word, the way to describe that. Like,
I'm not allowed.
In America, it's America.
It's America. You're allowed to do whatever you
I
want.
wouldn't though, out of respect.
And that's different.
Okay.
Then you're allowed to do it. But
so tell me why do you say the shit you say as a black man? The guys, Anthony's kind of racist.
First of all, I'm not kind of racist. I'm very racist. And I say it because it needs to be said. Period. Like
what are the kind of things you say? You taught me some racist shit I didn't even know about.
Well, you should know about the Dindus.
See, what the fuck?
The Dindu Nuffins are... Alright, you know when we see black people who complain about white people fucking things, it's all the white man's fault, the white man's fault. Like, what'd you do? I didn't do nothing. When the cops stop you, I didn't do nothing.
That's so bad.
And that's how it is though.
My favorite one you taught me, Darky. I went around saying that one forever.
Yeah, he didn't learn Darky till he was 30. That's weird. So but the best one is the Hoteps. The Hoteps are the best.
What the hell is that?
Alright, you know you see those black Israelite niggas that just got out of jail and shit? Those are the Hoteps.
Oh my god.
Do you know, they told me, even though I'm Egyptian, I'm not allowed back in Egypt because I enslaved them and the Mexicans.
You enslaved Mexicans?
I enslaved. Turns out you Israelites are blacks and Mexicans, and I enslaved both of y'all.
Ellie, why the fuck are you so weird?
How am I weird?
Yeah, that's what happened. I was there.
You were there.
That's how they explained it to us. We're like, wait,
they explained it. They showed us some shit, and I was like, whatever. Then I kept fucking with them.
That was fun.
What's your goal, Ellie Wahba?
Here's your goal.
Yeah, what's your goal? You have shirts and shit? Do you want to be famous one day?
Nigga, hell yeah! What's it called? But my goal in life, right? What my real goal in life is, I just want to make enough money to where I could be fat. Cause
you already are fat.
I'm like,
you're fat and broke right now.
I'm not broke. I got money. I want to be like an LA2 and get me an LA10.
You want to be like DJ Khaled? Is that what this is?
I want to get me a bitch that is grossed out by me, but is fucking me just for the money.
Yes.
But telling me she loves me. We both know she lying, but I'm oppressing her.
Deceive my mind.
What is wrong with you?
Deceive my mind to deceive your mind.
So they can enjoy their time together. Nigga.
And you guys, I mean, y'all bond on just being ignorant. Like you guys are human trolls. That's what this is, right?
No.
Nigga, fuck you.
Yes, you
We're
are.
real.
This is all
We're
tongue in
real.
cheek.
All we are is real.
It's not tongue in cheek. What it is, it's counterculture. It's not wanting to be PC. It's like I'm gonna be myself. Fuck your feelings. Fuck his feelings. Fuck her
We're
feelings.
real. You guys are
I'm putting
just in
myself
this
first.
box of being scared of hurting people's feelings.
From being yourself, not even being overt, just being yourself, which is fucking stupid. That's why I
You go
brought
out.
into this
I don't
shit.
feel like this is really yourself. I feel like you guys are going like out of the way. Just
They don't know us.
It's like exhausting what you two are.
No, we're just having a conversation.
Man,
I don't get it.
No one gets you guys.
This-
But I love it.
this
I
doesn't
love
get- this-
watching it.
This is not an act.
they don't know this. This. We've been hanging out all day today. This is all we've been doing all day.
Yeah.
And why do you do the white power? Why'd you do that shit when you came up?
Because I did it to
Peter.
Peter. I did it to Peter.
Why do you do that to white people? What the hell? is
Because
wrong with
I
this?
love
It was funny.
being pro-white to white people because it makes them nervous.
You like making white people nervous.
Yes, it's
Why?
fun.
I'm
Just-
black.
just to
Oppression.
You want to oppress white people?
Exactly.
Oppress white people.
Why do you want to oppress white people?
It's their turn.
It's their turn. You guys are fucked up. All right. So they brought out weed nachos for everybody in the fucking audience. Make sure y'all get some weed nachos from Anthony Hopkins. He's got this badass weed butter here. It's fucking hooked me up and shit. It's amazing
It's
stuff.
a dank smell.
And you gave me some of weed for the blunts too, and I appreciate it. Guys, make some noise for Anthony Hopkins and LA Wahba. You guys are freaks. And everybody, put your hands together. The very lovely Fizaa Dosani!
Eric! What the fuck you booked me on? What is this shit?
I didn't book that.
I remember you,
Thank you.
I think.
Sorry, I didn't say please.
Okay, anyway, this is just... it's... Can we start over, Vic? Thank you for having me.
Yeah!
You look great.
Thank you.
You look great. I didn't know this was like gonna be a formal thing because I would have not dressed like I'm about to go eat pussy at a '90s slumber party. Like,
Yes.
I'm doing like the pigtails thing though. It's like I don't know. I'm trying to catch a predator. You know, like gotcha. I'm 33. Just scare the shit out of them. Yeah. I don't know. Anyone else accidentally been to an orgy?
Yes.
You would. Accidentally. Okay, so I gotta. You know what? We'll get back to that. I'll put a pin on that. I'll talk to you afterwards. Yeah, I got booked on a show very much like this one. It started out, and I get there, and everyone is fucking. Yeah. So I got an email, and it said something about nudity is encouraged, or it's not required. I just sort of skipped over that, and I get there, and it's like they want me to do a set, but I can't. It's so inappropriate. Like I can't do a set. So I don't know. I was like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to commentate? Like do a play-by-play? Like Misty's is elbow deep and Madame Cara just playing her like a puppet and she's loving it. Just like, she said, what do you want me to do? Like it was just so inappropriate. So I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I want to be about it. Hey, this is the weirdest show I've ever done. And I performed in an orgy. I didn't know I was going to. Hey, shout out to the racists. What's up? I don't like racists, but I appreciate the First Amendment and your right to the dignity of your own experience. So I'll say that. But I don't like anything else about you guys. I appreciate your right there and do you, because I sure as hell want to do me, right?
Yeah.
Like literally. I feel like I have to go masturbate for 20 minutes to cope with this. Coping skills. This is the weirdest. I like it though. I do. I'm happy to be here. So I go to the orgy and there's Ron Jeremy's there.
All right.
Yeah, you know Ron Jeremy. He was wearing Crocs. Yeah. I was actually wearing these sweatpants right now. They're crunchy. I really should wash them. Run. It's like, that's how you know I didn't know it was an orgy, because I wore sweatpants, even though, like, okay, let's be honest, that's exactly what I would wear. Exactly. Yeah, so I don't know. I go to an orgy and I don't get fucked, which is so inappropriate. It's so inappropriate. I don't know. It's just, and it's interesting because let's cut back. Let's do like a memento, like cut back into time. A month prior to getting invited accidentally to this orgy, I had a horrible accident. Yeah, I tripped and I don't know how else to say it. I fell in some sharp shit. And and I was wearing leggings, and because I'm so lucky, it's a Sagittarius thing. That sharp shit went right up my badge.
Oh!
Yeah. And then it curved to the left, which is normally pleasurable, but it was sharp, so it was just bleeding for like 7 days, right? So yeah, and I'm damn near a doctor. Like everyone in my family's a doctor. Like literally, my mom's a doctor, my dad's a doctor, my brother's a doctor, my sister's a doctor. Actually, one of them's in rehab, so they can go back to being a doctor. So I was like, I got this, right? I got this. So like I get home, and he's still bleeding, and I'm like, I was like, maybe I don't even mean to be graphic, just accurate. It was the tail end of my period, so I thought, oh, maybe he kicked something out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, racist number 1 knows. Racist number 1 knows. And I don't like that I just high-fived a racist. So I just want to clarify that I do like the First Amendment, and I do like freedom of speech. Okay, look, I just don't, the soundbite culture, I can be famous as fuck tomorrow, it's fun. It'd be funny if this is the show that takes me down.
One of these days.
Oh God, I know. Let's hope. It's like really a okay. Anyway, so can you remind me where I was? Racist number 1.
No.
No.
The cut. Oh yeah, you're
Yeah. Okay, so I had this
home.
horrible accident, curved to the left. I get home. Everyone in my family's doctor thought I was looking at it. I'm just catching up with myself. So I think I can shake it off. I get home. I know I'm a lunatic. I take a compact. I look at it, and it's like it looks like a vagina stacked and a vagina stacked and a vagina, like the infinity. Going. I could look at it forever, but I was like, I could die looking at this vagina, or I could go to urgent care. So I finally went to urgent care. No doctor there. Like, what kind of Hollywood urgent care? There was like a physician's assistant, and God bless her, but this was way above her pay grade. Like, she really did the best she could. But, 2 years of technical school versus, 20 years. Okay. So, I feel like I had to talk her down from the ledge. I do. I was just like, it probably looks worse than it is. I was like, you'll be all right. I was consoling her. I was like, and so I think, okay, 2 birds, 1 stone. Maybe I can make an appointment with my gynecologist. I'm due for a pap smear. Maybe he can look at the exterior of the car, take a look.
Wow.
Yeah. So I get there. He's like, holy shit, I've never seen anything like this. No, he didn't say that. He just said, we're past the worst part. The physician's assistant said she hadn't seen anything like that. See all kinds of crazy stuff in med school. Anyway, basically, I healed after a month, and I went to an orgy and didn't get fucked. So life is cruel. It's cruel. I don't know. I've never been on a dating site. I've never done the dating app thing ever in life. I know, and I'm like a relic. That's like who is. I don't know. So Tinder, I'm just trying to understand. Tinder is for it's okay.
No idea.
It's for fucking, right? Tinder's for fucking. Okay, so I was doing a show, and there was a couple in the audience, and they were very much in love, and they had met on Tinder, and I was like, that's not what Tinder's for. That's not what Tinder's for. Fucking. Like finding love on Tinder is like going to Home Depot asking for milk and they have it. It's just that's not what it's for. Oh, you know what we should talk about? The DJ Khaled thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys know what's going on with the DJ Khaled thing?
No.
Okay. So racist number 2. So DJ Khaled, I do appreciate that you have a sense of humor. That is cool. This is. This is cool. Again, look, this clip is going to be taken, and I'm going to be racist about it. Okay.
High five.
No, high five. No, you stop. So, DJ Khaled. So I said that to, like, right when it happened. I said that, and someone in the audience was like, "Oh no, what happened?" I'm like, "No, don't worry. He didn't die. It was much worse. He doesn't eat pussy. Way worse. And it's just like, okay, and he's married. He doesn't eat his wife's pussy. His rash. I know. Like, I don't believe in the draft, but if there was to be one, it should be straight men who don't eat pussy, because fuck that. Am I right, ladies? Am I right?
Right.
Okay, I can do that. Fuck that. Do not take this clip out of context. This is insane. I love it. I live for this shit. Okay, so, DJ Khaled, yeah, and he's married, and his rationale, and like, okay, I'm interested in your sort of moral no, I don't like the word moral, ethics compass. Like, his rationale is that he's a king, so she has to suck his dick and everything, but he doesn't. I know, right?
That's kind of fucked up.
It is. Okay, so like we can get on the.
Wait, does he pay any bills though?
Yeah, he's a millionaire.
No, does she pay any bills?
Oh, I don't know, but she's probably texting her side piece, because you know.
Yeah.
She's a grown-ass woman.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's a king. He doesn't have to. He's got people for that, right? Right. There was some. I feel like there was something else. Yeah, it's like 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
It's like more than 5 minutes. Right. Okay. I'll leave you with this, because I've been thinking about it a lot, and I think it's important. Doesn't UTI sound like a technical college?
Yes, it does. We're an explosive.
Yeah, like a place to get your career untracked. Thanks.
Fizaa Dosani, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise.
I'm from Florida originally.
Wow, and you wanted to come out here just for the comedy?
Yeah. No, actually, you know what? I moved out here because I wanted to write and direct movies.
Oh, really?
Because, yeah, I always knew I wanted to do stand-up. The first time I did it, bless you, someone sneezed, was because, wait, what was my train of thought?
You wanted to be a writer, right?
Oh, I don't know. Everyone, like I mentioned in my set, everyone in my family's a doctor, so they weren't. Coming to terms with wanting to be a performer was.
It's like coming out.
It
You
was
have
like
to fucking
coming out.
tell them. Like, that's what it felt like for me. You know, like I felt like I had to come out of the closet. Like, listen, guys, I'm not a normal person. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking civilian. I can't do this 9 to 5 shit. I gotta like live weird hours.
Are your parents immigrants?
Yeah,
Okay,
they're like
so-
2 feet shorter than me, Mexican as hell. Like they've been here 40 years and they still haven't really figured out the language, you know.
Yeah.
And like, I don't look anything like them. I don't know what happened to me. I think it's American milk or something like that. All those hormones, man. Fucking, I mean, that's why I got man titties.
Was your mom hanging out with the American milkman?
Yeah, that's what it was. That's why I'm 2 feet taller than my dad and hazel-eyed and light skinned and he looks like a Mexican, you know, like. My mom looks like just anybody named Maria, you know, and I just don't know what happened. But enough about me. You are. Is it just Indian? Is that how I say that? Just Asian, Indian?
Yeah, my parents are immigrated here from India.
India.
Yeah.
The India.
The India.
Holy shit. And like, was it religious at all? Like was it Hindu? Is that what it is?
Oh, I was raised Muslim.
Muslim.
Yeah.
Okay, not the. It's like there's 2 different things that could come out there. One of them was like about cows, right? and then there's the Muslims. I think. I don't know. I'm Texan. We're fucking. I don't know. We're just ignorant. Like we worship guns where we're from.
I grew up in Florida, but like yeah, I think majority of like I'd say 90% of India is Hindu, and then like 10% is Muslim. But like 10% of a country with over 1 billion people is like a lot of people, so it's a big minority.
And you do a show kind of like on that topic, right?
I do. Okay, so like there's a handful of women of South Asian descent, like Indian, Pakistani, Afghani, or whatever. The whatever brown bitches. And a lot of people used to get us confused with each other, and it just really pissed me off. And I fuck around on my phone, you know, we make flyers for shows or whatever, and I made a facial recognition guide. When it was like, everyone's like, oh, that would be a dope lineup. And I was like, no one would put us all in the same show. It's just like, you know, we fill a slot. I'm going to make a show with all of us.
And what was the title again?
Facial recognition comedy. Oh, Princess Jasmine Rejects was the name of the first show.
And I like the tag you guys have is that we are not the same person.
Yeah.
And it's just a bunch of, you know, like different, who else is on it? There are a lot of great girls.
Yeah, like my co-producers, Zara and Pallavi. Then we have like Suba, Kieran, Jen. And we've had New York girls come in. Like, there's only a handful of us, so like a bunch of it, like, you know.
I mean, it's hard enough
Everyone's
just
sort of
being like a female comedian, because they're like that. You're already getting past that stigma.
Yeah.
And then let alone looking like each other. Fucking
But
A.
like, we don't really look like each other.
No.
Although for the flyer, I picked pictures where we do look like each other. I just thought it was cute.
I dig that shit. So before I let you go, I wanted, you had mentioned before, you were in a car chase, was it?
Oh,
high-speed-
high-speed car chase with a police officer.
You were driving?
No, I was in the passenger seat encouraging her to go faster because I was like, maybe you'll get tired of chasing us. That's not how it works.
What the fuck?
I was a dumb teenager at the time.
Okay, so it
a long
wasn't
time
out
ago.
here. It was in Florida.
Yeah, it was in Florida.
Because see, out here, it's like it happens every fucking day. Doesn't it? It's like a sport. I mean, I heard a helicopter 2 minutes ago. They're probably looking for a chaser right now. Like,
Oh my god.
I don't know why they do that shit out here. I think it started with OJ, and then after that,
Yeah.
they just like decided to keep going. or something. Well, it was really badass having you on.
Thank you so much. It was fun.
Is there anything you wanted to like promote coming up or anything?
Yeah, facial recognition, comedy, the show, the live stand-up show. We have a monthly slot at Westside Comedy in Santa Monica. It's the second Sunday of every month at 9 p.m. And we have a weekly podcast on the Comedy Pop-Up Network just called Facial Recognition Comedy. It's on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play.
Check that shit out, guys. Make some noise for Fizaa!
Yeah!
You're awesome, Fizaa.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Put your hands together. Kryptonite! From the House of Bars. What's up, man?
Right now, all we got is right now, right now. All we got is right now. Am I down in this bottle because I'm drowning my sorrows? Feeling shallow and hollow, hoping that I see tomorrow. I'm feeling lost on this road. I'm often walking alone, cutting people off to make songs and call it the zone. But this music shit, it's all that I've known. I'm gonna lengths that'll break me if I didn't have faith. It'd be a fucked up mistake to try to get in my way. Get hit with the cake and have your family send you away. I know tomorrow's not promised, so I live for the day. I'm always working for the future, this is shit I was made. Fuck the love of God, I can tell it's my time now, cause it's conceptual. All we got is right now, right now. 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 All we got is. Some nights I close my eyes, hoping I don't die, doing what I'm not supposed to as time goes by. I must have got so high, I lost my mind. Put the light to the saber and walk the sky. As a kid, I was taught to lie. You speak the truth and you get ostracized. But I think I found a compromise. I hit the booth and let God decide. All the shit I've been through, how can I not survive? Pop another censor and leave them all surprised. Cause when I'm gone, all these songs will be fossilized. It's no wonder why I'm always getting lost in time. You know, I'm tootin' to do this lost in his mind. Until it's lights out and it's night out of the White House with a rifle and it's nightfall at my show with a knife close to my throat. On my doses of price coke and the crowd singing to my songs. Hope to God my time's long and will they miss me when I'm
Woo! Yeah! Alrighty, we got one.
right now. All we got is right now, 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 right now. All we got is right.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Woo! Kryptonite!
Thank you. don't know. 'Cause I don't know. I can't describe it, trying to find it, but my mind is gone. Lost for words, but I can't sleep till I drop a verse. I toss and turn till thoughts occur, but they're often blurred. Brain clouded, I'm stoned like Oliver. I lost my nerve, now I'm calling her, and I don't really know if I love her, but I know that I really want all of her. Forgive me, I still got a lot to learn, but at this age we've all been burned, so we all proceed with caution first. And I know that you really aren't concerned, so I say what I want in my songs. You heard? But I'm still not proud of the man that I become, so I just keep grinding, hope I find him before my time is done. Hey, tell me what the fuck you're hiding from. Hey, tell me what the fuck you're hiding from. Hey, tell me what the fuck you're hiding from. I can't describe it, trying to find it, but my mind is gone. Hey, tell me what the fuck you're hiding from. I don't know. Hey, tell me what the fuck you're hiding from. Hey, tell me what the fuck you're hiding from. I can't describe it, trying to find it, but my mind is gone. What are you scared of? What are you afraid of? What are you scared of? No more fake love. I used to wish for the picket fence, but like every trip, it gets intense, dispensing your pains of the world to see. But this music shit is the world to me. And time is money, I can't afford to sleep, so I rest home just for the stream and follow my instincts cordially. Oh my, whatever your belief, I ain't moving in orderly fashion, ordering fashion, snorting my passion, taking the game, paving my lane, bringing the change, but I'm all about passion. I'ma be rich when they call me a has-been. God, I'm all asking, how did this happen? I say I've been practicing magic. These are all spells that I casted on napkins, crafting these raps and holding them captive. This is my ship, I'm the captain. Word of my dad, he made an assassin. Trapped in the world I imagine, but I finally found a place that I belong. So I just keep grinding, I won't stop trying, I know my time will come. Hey, tell me what the fuck you're hiding from. Hey, tell me what the fuck you're hiding from. Hey, tell me what the fuck you're hiding from. I can't describe it, trying to find it, but my mind is gone. Hey, tell me what the fuck you're hiding from. Hey, tell me what the fuck you're hiding from. Hey, tell me what the fuck you're hiding from. I can't describe it, trying to find it, but my mind is gone. Hey, tell me what the fuck you're hiding from. Hey, tell me what the fuck you're hiding from. Hey, tell me what the fuck you're hiding from. I can't describe it, trying to find it, but my mind is gone.
Woo!
Oh, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kryptonite! Alright, you put a lot
See,
into
the problem with trying to smoke weed and perform, what a lot of people don't know, is cottonmouth.
Cottonmouth. It's a real shit.
Yeah.
That's the thing about weed, you know, it's kind of like it's a type of drug that makes you, like, it's a survival drug, you know?
Yeah, I need
it
to
makes
be
you want
mellow.
to, like, drink water, eat food, despite whatever else is going on in your life, you know?
Sit back sometimes and be like, damn, I'm unhealthy as fuck. I'm gonna try being vegan for a week.
Right?
And most times it doesn't work out.
Those are
but
thoughts that come from smoking weed.
Exactly. You gotta be pretty stoned to think about health. Otherwise, you're just gonna keep going.
Do you smoke while you're producing your songs and writing and everything like that?
Sometimes it sucks. Because when I don't have weed, I can't make music.
Really?
I will admit it's like kind of a dependence.
Really?
But it's like
At least
when
you
I
can admit
mix
that.
the tracks, I don't need to smoke or anything when I'm like creating.
And so you and Katie here, y'all collaborate together.
Yeah.
What's your role in the whole thing, Katie?
So, first off,
You guys are House of Bars.
yeah, House of Bars, my bad, homie. So, House of Bars, we're promoting, there's a bunch of mumble shit going on in this industry.
Shit.
Mumble
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
ignorant shit.
It's good.
Promoting this shit.
I
It's
like
not
it.
good. No, this shit, this ignorance that we just saw today, that racist bullshit. Where's it?
Call them out!
Shit, let's call them out. This is some ignorant shit.
Anthony Hopkins,
That shit ain't funny. That shit's not funny. That shit's
Kanye got these
ignorant.
niggas gassed up.
I don't know
That's
what the fuck
Kanye.
is going on. That's all Kanye. Even the niggas
That's
he-
Kanye.
I'm gonna blame
You feel me?
Kanye for this.
I don't
Kanye,
understand
look
what the fuck is going on.
doing
And this
to
is
us.
a house of bars. We're not letting this
Show
shit
them the
slide.
hat. Show them
So,
the hats,
listen,
guys.
you got
Look,
niggas
that's the
on-
logo
My
right
nigga,
out
there.
here
House
on
of
the
niggas out
Bars.
here
Fuck,
gooning,
bro.
my nigga. So what's going on? That's all I'm saying. Like, you saying nigga and shit. That shit ain't cool with me, my nigga.
It's
I
not.
didn't say nothing earlier because I felt like a bully, but bro, you standing here disrespecting everything, my nigga.
There you
That
go.
is so
You're
fuck.
disrespecting a lot of
And
shit,
so
my nigga.
with
and
music,
nigga, yeah. So I'm gonna calm
It's alright. I
down.
mean, he's a
I'm just gonna step
character,
off.
you
I'm
know?
gonna step
Yeah.
off, and I'm just
It's
gonna let
not
y'all do
even-
y'all thing. I've been trying to keep it
So,
professional. I just want
but
to say
that-
that for
but
everybody.
that comes
It's
from-
KDHOB Westside.
that's
and we
right,
out here. No,
KD.
I'm not out of here. I'm about to, because I'm gonna slap shit out of a boy.
That's
all
before.
it is.
Hey
You
man, it's
perform.
cool.
We out this bitch. It's the House of Bars.
House of Bars,
Alright,
guys.
see, that's what KD does.
Guys, that was House of Bars. Make some fucking noise! Holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Michelle Stevenson! Show must go on.
This is some sad shit that's going on right now. Shout out to Eric for being the best director and just ripping bong loads while the fucking scenes. This is the real high tonight show. You guys get really fucking high. Like, it's very impressive for a Jew how high you get, dude. Like, I'm surprised you don't have a yarmulke on while you're doing this just to represent your country. Like, if being high was an Olympics, you would win for Israel. Like, that's how I feel. You guys, I went to a show before this one, and I ate shit after I walked off stage. I fell on all fours. I swear to God, yeah. A little bit about me. I decided to donate blood this week. Yeah, I did that because I'm a better person than Eric. And I don't know if you noticed this, but they ask you a bunch of personal fucking questions right before you fucking donate. Like, they asked me, they're like, Michelle, have you ever had sex in exchange for a form of payment? And I should have said fucking no, right? I should have been like, no, absolutely not. But my first thought was, define payment. Right? Because I've done some nasty shit for some nuggets. Don't judge me. I've been broke the day before we get a paycheck, right? I'm like, fuck, I gotta call Steve. So you can buy me some fucking nuggets. That's how that worked. I just got back here from Cuba 2 weeks ago. That was the titties. That was the titties. I swear to God. And if you're single and you want to go to a place and you're like, I want to have sex with a Latin black man, go to Cuba, because that place is like the Latino Wakanda. That place is so fucking incredible. And here's the thing: everybody's hot out there. Everybody. Like, I was trying to get the janitor to clean my room. That's how hot he was, right? I was like, oye, Bobby, can you clean my room? And he's like, no, baby, I only clean the halls. I was like, that's funny, there's a hall right fucking here. That's funny how that works. Another thing about me, you probably don't know this, I'm also a Latina. Oh, that's right, yep. And growing up in Southern California, I feel like I'm a chola on the inside, white privilege on the outside. I'm basically like a plate of tacos you buy at Applebee's. Wow. Right? The ingredients might be from here, but you know there's a Mexican in the kitchen cooking. That's not funny, white man. That is my dad. But yeah, no, it's good, but I can't do that joke everywhere, though. I tried to do that joke at an East LA fundraiser, and this chola got very upset with me. She stood up in the middle of my set, and with her fucking attitude, she goes, hey, you're not really a chola. I'm like, bitch, it ain't Battle of the Brows. Maybe it's Maybelline, maybe it said Sharpie, who knows, right? All I know is I got money, bitch, I go to Sephora. Shut the fuck up. Stupid bitch. I'm sorry, I don't like cholas. Cholas fucked with me in high school. Like, they always made fun of me because I used to get high all the time. Like, I had bleach blonde hair. Oh, thank you so much. Hold on. I'm a beautiful girl, but an ugly cougher, so give me 1 second. What was it talking about? That's not professional. I told you I'm an ugly cougher. What was I saying? I went bleach blonde hair. I look like fucking the Latino Spicoli. That shit was disgusting. But yeah, what else happened to me? I'm trying to think of Chola stuff, but I can't. They just made fun of me a lot. Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. It happens. Let's see. A lot of people don't know this about me. I also got married last year. Yep.
Oh.
I'm not wearing the ring right now. We got in a fucking argument. That's how that works. I'm like, guess what, bitch? I'm not wearing the ring today. Ha ha ha. Like, that's how that works. And we get in Tinder competitions.
Oh shit.
Like, whoever gets more right swipes is the fucking winner, and that person gets to pay rent for the month. That's how that works. I swear to God. That's how it works in my house. I don't give a fuck. But I married a Filipino because I'm a nurse and I ran out of options. It was really cute the way we met. We met at a Kaiser. And he was like, the way he approached me, he's like, "You want to try my lumpia?" I was like, "I love egg rolls." And he's cute. But I realized, like, out of all my years of my putaceria, and if he's laughing because he's Latino, a putaceria is basically like a panaderia for pussy. But before I met my husband, I'm what we call in my country a puta. You know, that means highly educated. I don't know why you're laughing at this shit. It's it's a form of education. Before I met my husband, I realized that there's two types of men in this world, right? There's a guy that you desire and a guy that you deserve. Now, Akila, I'm talking to you. Let's be real. The guy that you desire is a fucking hoe. Am I right? It's fucking disgusting. He's got applications on his phone to be a hoe, like farmersonly.com, that type of shit. You look like you're on farmersonly.com all the time. you look like you're looking for a potato farmer. And then there's the guy that you deserve, right? The guy that won't do shit. He won't cheat on you. He won't lie to you. And I know for a fact, you guys, like, I married the guy that I deserve. I did. Because he deserves his citizenship. And let me tell you, I wear the shoes in my house, bitch. I don't give a fuck if he's Asian. And if you didn't get that joke, Asians don't wear shoes in their house. That's how that works. In case you didn't know. But yeah, and it's great to be with somebody like of a different race. But he tries to get me to be domestic, and that's the last thing I am. I'm a horrible Latin woman. That's what that means. He'll like try to tell me things to get me to do it. He'll be like, "Baby, why don't you clean up the plates, huh? It's fucking dirty in here. My mother's coming over." And I'm like, "That's funny, bitch. Do you want to go back to the Philippines? Because that's how this shit works." He'll try to get me to take out the trash. Motherfucker. He's like, "Baby, why don't you take out the trash, huh? It fucking smells like filet fish on a Tuesday." I was like, "Honey, do you smell that? Smells like your freedom, bitch. Oh my god." Fucking dick. I'm talking so much shit about my husband. I hope he doesn't watch this. I really hope not. He's a good dude. But I do say this. Are you married?
Nah.
No, you're not married yet?
Nah.
You can't jump? Fiance. Okay, well, let me tell you something. When you get married, you gain a shit ton of weight. I gained like 30 pounds. And the reason I realized I was gaining a bunch of weight was because I started growing a fupa. Do you know what that is? No, you don't? Well, let me teach you. A fupa is an acronym for a fat upper pubic area. Now, I'm Latina. I don't have a fupa. I have a chalupa. Am I right? It's like what you look at. It's like a glowing Taco Bell menu. You just stare at it. You're like, what am I going to do with this? You know? And for lazy men who eat pussy like DJ Khaled, it's just a place to rest your head after you eat pussy. Just saying. So the reason I realized I started growing a fupa was one day I decided to wear my high school underwear. Ladies, you ever do that? Ladies in the back, you guys don't have high school drawers? No? Well, I tried to put it on and I squeezed into it and I was like, I'm gonna make this shit fit, yo. So I decided to make it fit, and it did, except when I looked in the mirror, one of my lips was hanging out. It was like my vagina had a stroke. It was like, very aggressive. It was like, bitch, we don't fit in here no more. So I just popped it back in. I was like, you go back in there. And for girls who have fupas, you constantly have to put your jeans down just to let that shit breathe. You know what I mean? It sucks. It's like having a pair of nuts, except not as saggy. Oh my god. Let me see. I tried to work out. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to work out. So what did I do? I started to go to CrossFit. You ever do that, Eric? You're a lazy piece of shit. You ever try to do that?
Do I look like I've been to CrossFit?
No, you've never been to CrossFit. Your abs are so busy just ripping bong loads. That's what you're doing. So there's I don't know if you've been to CrossFit. You've definitely never been. But like every day they make you work a different muscle group, right? There's like leg day, there's arm day, there's ab day, and I got fed up. I was like, Coach, I have a question. When the fuck is it gonna be double chin day? Because no matter how much dick I suck, this shit's not going away, right? But then again, my husband is Asian. I'm not trying to talk shit, but sucking his dick is like drinking out of a sippy cup. That shit is easy. You don't understand. I went from black eyes to my husband. I went from Wakanda to All right, you guys, that's my time. Thank you so much.
Guys, Michelle Stevenson! So, you're fucking awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations on being married.
Thank you.
have a Filipino husband.
I have a Filipino husband.
With a sippy cup dick.
With a sippy cup. I mean, he makes it work. He makes it work. He's a good dude. I really hope you're not watching this.
No, it's beautiful. So, what came to my mind was that me and you are kind of like the same person. All right? I, too...
We're totally different sizes.
Right? But we're Latins.
Yep, that are
but
white.
we look white as fuck.
Yes, we do.
Like, whenever my hair grows out, I have blonde arm hairs. I got hazel eyes.
Yeah, I have blue eyes and blonde hair.
What the fuck happened? You
Well,
know?
in my situation, I can tell you exactly what happened. My father was escaping a dictatorship, and so was my mother. And they met in Minnesota. And there's a lot of Germans in my country, and it's cheating.
It's Germans.
Yeah, so I'm half German, half white. So I'm basically a very angry Latin person. That's all I can tell you.
Oh my God.
We are like the angriest people because we've never won a World Cup.
You know what? That's exactly what my son is. He's half German, half Mexican.
Yeah.
And he's already got like.
He's gonna struggle because and this is how I feel. I'm never white enough for white people, and I'm never Latin enough for Latin people.
Right.
I could be listening to reggaeton in my car with my chonga ass earrings and knowing every single lyric, and Mexicans will still frown at me like, "No, you're not one of us."
That white bitch.
That white pendeja. Yeah. She thinks she is just because she knows the lyrics. You know, they do that shit. It sucks.
That's real shit. The most racist ones are like usually your own kind.
Yeah.
I was never enough. I would spike my hair up. I would like, you know.
You think spiking hair makes you Latin?
Yeah. You would spike your hair up. You would usually get some Yu-Gi-Oh
Usually Latin people can't afford fucking haircuts. That's
No, it's always the flat top with the spiky hair. That's what we had.
That's crazy.
Yeah, with the hot Cheetos. And
Next thing you're gonna say is the highlighter tips are also fucking Latin things, and I've never seen that.
if I could
I've
have.
seen highlighter tips on a gardener. That's
No,
weird.
my mom told me no, so I didn't. But yeah, I would have because I love Dragon Ball Z and I wanted to go Super Saiyan.
Oh, well, you could definitely pull it off. I heard that the Dragon Ball Z people are gonna be the spokespeople for the Japanese Olympics.
No shit.
Yeah. That's actually a thing. They're like, that's our logo. And I'm like, that's a little racist.
Did your husband tell you that?
Yeah, he does. He keeps me up with the Asia news.
Yeah, he knows all of them.
He knows about Korea. I have no idea what the fuck is going on with Korea.
And so were you from, what was it, Venezuela, was it?
That's where my parents met.
Okay.
Both my parents are originally from Chile, and my father's parents are from Germany.
And where are you from, though?
I grew up in Chile. Like, I went to high school out there because you know, my mom just moved us out there. But I grew up here in the San Fernando Valley, the 818. What's up, 818s?
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're fucking hilarious. How long have you been doing comedy?
Just 2 years.
No shit, man. That is like, you were way funnier than 2 years.
Oh, thank you.
You were hilarious. I think it's got a lot to do with just experience, you know? Like
Yeah.
you can tell that you've like...
I think nursing made me very...
I wanted to get to that.
Dark
so
sense
tell
of
me,
humor. Yeah.
What's some nursing stories? You got a lot of like fucking...
Well, I forgot to do this bit, but a lot of my friends are doctors, you know, and so it's just easy. It's easy shit. Like I went to my OBGYN this week, and she set me on the table, you know, as she does. And before even doing the exam, she goes, "Are you depressed? What is wrong?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Your pubes are so long. You're neglecting your vagina." I'm like, "Bitch, I'm married. Like, of course I'm neglecting my
She called your
vagina."
pubes depressed?
Yes, she said, she's like, "I've never seen a more depressed vagina, and porn stars come in my office."
That's a medical opinion right there. Holy shit. Man.
But then I fucked with her back, right? Then she does the exam, she does the speculum, and it makes a little click noise to open to see what's going
That's
on,
the one
right?
that looks like a duck bill, right?
Yeah, it's like this, and then it goes, bah, you know?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So the moment I hear the click, 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 I screamed. I was like, "Ah!" And she's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "My husband's Asian, you have to go slow." And then the worst part, she calls me 3 days later. She has her office staff call me. And they're like, "Michelle, we regret to inform you, but your test results came back, and it shows that you're positive for being a puta." And I was like, "Fuck, I knew it!
Like, it sucked. And then she got on the phone, my doctor, and she goes, stop fucking Puerto Ricans, and then she hung up the phone.
It's really good. So I'm, as a Mexican, I have a baby. You haven't had any kids yet?
Absolutely not.
Good job.
No,
Look
but
at
my
you.
sisters have tons of babies.
Right?
Yeah, but
You're a tia.
I'm a tia 100%. I actually found out my middle sister is pregnant. We just found out 2 days ago.
That's
So
beautiful.
we're excited. So that's going to be the 4th baby in our family right now.
That's wonderful.
Under 2 years. So we have now 4 babies under 2 years. My sisters are on a roll.
At least we're all gonna grow up together and shit. Do you have any shows coming up or anything you want to promote before?
Yeah, plugs. I do a once a month show in the Valley called O of the Valley in Studio City, and it's the 3rd Sunday of every month. Next month it's gonna just be the 4th Sunday because of Father's Day. So yeah, that's about that.
Badass. Guys, make some noise for Michelle Stevenson. She was hilarious. Thank you so much. Guys, that's episode 11. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Is really fucking dope and awesome. He has his own show. His show is High Tonight Show, filmed at Garage Mike Studios every Saturday. You can come see a live show in a garage, and it's dope, okay? So let's give it up for Victor Martinez!
I do Lyft and Uber sometimes, and I get tired of taking these alcoholics out all night. You're welcome. Fucking, I want a new app geared more towards podheads like myself, you know what I'm saying? Call it like Duber, right? Lyft. You just hit a button, you have your favorite strain waiting for you right there in the back seat. We're gonna get fucked up. We're gonna forget our destination, guys. We're gonna Jack in the Box drive-thru doing dabs and shit. Like, wasn't I going to like a comedy show or something?